Did you just receive a negative reply from a website owner that you shortlisted as a guest post prospect? This is the first time that it's happening to you. The anger and frustration may have you think this is the end, but it isn't. You might get positive replies from bloggers that you are reaching out to. At Stan Ventures, the average reply rate that we get is around 85 to 90%, and the industry average is a lot less than this. We're able to achieve such a high benchmark by following a particular strategy that we have tried and tested for over a decade. In this latest podcast, we'll give you some insights on how to improve the acceptance rate of your guest posts. I'm Aaron Basil, and today I have Dilip Thekatil with me to help me out with guest posts. So to start off with, Dilip, why do guest posts get rejected in general?
Aaron, guest posts are now one of the easiest way to get authority for your website. So most of the SEO agencies and website owners are now doing guest posts to ensure that their website is getting a little bit of authority. However, most of these website owners and outreach specialists who send out these mass emails tend to see a lot of rejections. One of the main reasons for this is they reach out to websites that have very high authority, because that is the only way they can get the links used. So what happens is these high authority websites have set certain benchmarks. So they have already gained the trust of Google and also the trust of the target audience. So whatever content goes on to that site is read by a large group of audience whom they have earned. So any content that goes should be high quality. That's their basic expectation. If you or me, if we have put in our sweat to bring up a website to that level of authority, we will be concerned about the kind of content that goes into it. So here is the problem. So most of the outreach specialists or website owners, when they reach out to these sites, they don't have a credible author profile. The initial rejection reason is because of this. You are reaching out to a website owner who doesn't have any clue about you. So I would recommend all these outreach specialists to build a reputation that will excite the website owners that you are reaching to, so that at least they will read what pitch you have sent to them, because most of the time these website owners are receiving tons of emails every day, and what excites them is genuine ones which are sent by experts in the field.
While that is one reason for it, is there anything else that deters website owners from accepting guest posts besides the fact that they should be more credible?
So let's say we have a very credible person who is sending out a guest post request to a website owner. Most likely 50 out of 100 website owners that we are reaching out to will ask for some kind of payment. But you should understand that these are website owners who are really trying to help their target audience get more value through their content. So the whole concept of blogger outreach is moving around this whole concept of reaching out to real website owners who wants to give something out to the audience. Yeah, so basically these websites owners will also ask for money, but if you have proven the credibility factor that I have told you before, if you have built that kind of credibility, there are ways where you can convince the website owner that your content is going to get them money, because they are going to get high quality content which will drive them organic traffic, which in turn will either reflect as ad revenue or reflect as a business. So if you are able to convince the website owner that your content has the worth, then most likely money is not one of the deterring factor. So one of the easiest way to do this, we do this in Stan Ventures on a consistent basis. So what we do is we try to showcase the kind of traffic that our blogs have driven to other website owners and also for us. So what we do is we give them overview of the kind of conversions that have happened, probably an overview of the kind of traffic, monthly traffic we are receiving out of the guest posts that we are doing, so that they can trust us and they can trust our content. And most of them, what they do is, even though they say initially that we need payment, when we convince them and we publish the guest post on their site, they come back to us asking for more guest posts, because our guest posts are driving them organic traffic. So that is the real money they are looking at. So that's what we also try to achieve.
Are you saying basically that a credible author bio has more chances of getting a positive reply?
Definitely, Aaron. Because see, Google has been considering this EAT factor. Hope you understand what EAT is. EAT stands for expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. So any person who is writing a blog post, or if the person is writing, especially when it comes to medical, finance and wellness websites, if the person is writing a blog post, then he should be somebody who has some kind of credibility in the industry. So we in Strand Ventures, what we usually do is we have a outreach team who has already established an authority in that particular niche they are focusing on. So let's say we have an outreach team for medical websites. So what they have done is they have already written close to 15 articles on different websites which are of high authority. Now that Google understands that these guys are frequently writing about medical niche, so they will get an advantage over that. So that is one factor that all the website owners look for. If the person has that expertise in the niche he is offering. So for example, I might be having a medical website, and the person who is reaching out to me is not somebody who is an expert in doing medical blogs. So let's say if that person is doing pet-based articles, pets or other niche. So this person will not be a right choice for me, because if I accept his guest post, most likely I won't be getting any expertise from that article. So what I will be looking for is somebody who has put himself up in that level where we can call him as an expert. Definitely, when it comes to Strand Ventures, we won't be thinking twice if we get an article, a guest post requirement from somebody like Barry Schwartz or from Mary Haynes. So that's what. So if the expertise is there, there is more chance that your outreach request will not get rejected.
So what you're saying is that if you're an expert in the field, you would be able to get more opportunities to guest post. But how does one get to that expert level, or at least to a level that he or she can excite website owners to allow them to guest post for them?
Yes, most of the outreach specialists, I think, doesn't have this kind of expertise that we are talking about. But it's not that difficult to build expertise. So basically, what they have to start with is to publish their own blogs. If possible, try to start your own website and try to publish content within that site. If that is not the case, try to at least write content on Blogger or WordPress, so that you have some solid stuff that you can show to the websites that you are reaching out to. Adding to this, what the person can also do is take a screenshot or take the analytics screenshot of how those blogs are performing. If you have your own website, it's very easy to do that. Probably if it's a third-party website, try to use some of the third-party tools like Ahrefs or SEMrush to get that data. Show them this is the kind of traffic I have generated for this site, and this is what I am going to do for you. That's a clear success shot for you. So in Strand Ventures, this is what we do. So basically, we have our outreach specialists. As I told you before, we have niche-based outreach specialists who are doing who are frequently trying to reach out to bloggers out there for guest post opportunities. So what they have already done here is they have a set of very high-quality articles, as I said. So these guys have been driving a lot of traffic to those articles. So what we do here is we send the website owner the screenshot, the data of what we are doing in-house, and they are they are very happy to accept our guest posts. The rejection rate is like very less. We have a less than 15% rejection rate, which means almost like 85% of the emails that we send are getting a very positive response.
So you have an 85% success rate for outreach emails, which is really amazing. But let me ask you about the pitch that you guys use to send it out. Is there some kind of magic pixie dust that you throw to get like positive responses from bloggers?
Aaron, there is no magic in SEO. SEO is all about strategy, and we do have a strategy for outreach here at Stan Ventures. So what we usually do is, as I told you, we are more focused on helping the bloggers add more value to their website. So we are not speaking here about a backlink or a do follow link that we are looking. We never tell the blogger in the initial stage that we need this. So what we do is we naturally try to build a relationship with the blogger, saying that we have somebody who can provide you very high quality content that can add up to your existing content. So once we select that list of topics, once we send them the outline, and probably in the final stage, we might ask for a do follow link, and they are very happy because they have already seen the kind of content that we are providing, and they are almost convinced that it's going to get them traffic. Then they are very happy to give the do follow links, and that too within the content. Usually some website owners, what they do is they add the do follow link in the author bio, but that's not the case mostly in Stan Ventures. Whatever websites we are reaching out to, we try to place the link very contextually within the content, and the bloggers are very happy to accept it also because that is very contextually placed link.
So do you have any tips then for outreach specialists who want to increase the acceptance rate for their guest posts?
Aaron, one of the important tips that I would like to give is to focus on the niche. So it's not that everybody can be an expert in all the niche. So try to find the niche that you are good at and try to do outreach for that particular niche. And also another tip that I would give is don't bombard these website owners with a lot of emails. Every day they are getting tens and thousands of emails for guest post opportunities. So ensure that your email pitch stands out of all those, because the moment they sense that, okay, this is a salesy pitch done by somebody who wants just a link back, that's when they will not accept your guest post. So try to make it more of a relation building kind of pitch, then that will definitely work for outreach specialists and other SEO agencies.
So if you could just sum it all up together, why do guest posts get rejected? How do we increase the expertise of an outreach specialist to get the acceptance rate of these guest posts? And what would be the best tactic to ensure guest posts get accepted on a more frequent rate?
Aaron, it's pretty simple. Just focus on growth, the overall growth. Not only the growth of your client, just think also about the growth of the blogger that you are reaching out to. So once you reach out to a blogger with a topic which will give him a lot of traffic, organic traffic, and also give your client the kind of authority boost that he wants, then that's a win-win situation here. So try to focus on bringing that win-win relationship, and you are definitely going to get more acceptance, more authority, and eventually as a blogger outreach specialist, you are growing your career also. Basically try to focus more on overall growth of yourself, growth of the business, the growth of the client, and also the growth of the blogger you are reaching out to. So I hope that's a way forward.
Well, that's all the time we have today. Thank you, Dilip, for this very insightful talk. We shall catch up again next week to